Hello, beautiful friends. This is Erika here to do an energy forecast for the week starting April 15th through the 21st of April. Now, I want to welcome all of you to my channel if you're brand new, and those of you coming back, welcome back. I'm really excited to look at what's coming into the energies because if you saw my last video, a lot of the energies have been there have been multiple segments of the collective coming in. The energies have been pretty intense and intensifying for so many people. And I think that's why Spirit is bringing through many messages through these readings, at least over the weekends. It'll be interesting to see what comes through for this week. Now, even though I'm doing this reading for the upcoming week, for both the collective Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine, if you happen upon this video at a different time, and the message resonates, that is Spirit's way of bringing you the message when it's intended for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the themes, overall theme, and the overall energies for the week ahead for both the masculine and their feminine, and what to be on the lookout for, how to maybe navigate the energies of this week. And we do have our second full moon in Libra happening on Friday. It's the full moon in Libra sandwich. And it's interesting because the energies coming through in the readings have been consistent with the astrological energies. So this has been a very pivotal time for the masculine and the feminine between these two full moons. So it feels like we're coming to a crescendo of some sort here. And so I'm eager to see what is going on. And let's see, I think that's about it for heads up. I do like to answer some of the questions I've been getting at the beginnings of my videos, because many of you guys are asking questions, and if I can answer some of them through the beginning of the videos, that's how I try to do that. So there are a lot of questions I'm getting from people that are even some topics that I've done in special videos. So just scroll if you're having some questions, or you want some deeper understanding about this journey, then do go through the videos that are on the channel, scroll through the titles and the headlines, and because I guarantee you there's so many videos and there's a lot of information that's already out there that may support you. So if you haven't done that, and I suggest doing that, because that way you can get some more support specific for your part of your journey. And also, I am going to be doing, if this is resonating, I'm going to be doing a more in-depth, a little bit more detailed in an extended video. So if this is feeling like it's tuning into you, then the extendeds have been like private readings for many of my clients, because I'm not available for private readings at this time. But I am doing energy sessions, and those have been incredible. Oh, that's something I did want to share. There have been a lot of downloads I've been getting around the massive healing of karma and karmic relationships from past lives that both the masculine and the feminine have been facing. So lots of big stuff that the masculine is facing, and the feminines are also having to clear some old karma as well. I think that's why the energies are so intense right now. But trust me when I say that, if you're a feminine watching this and you wonder why your masculine's taking a while or having to face some things, it's not because they're just facing fears and things from this lifetime. They are dealing with multiple lifetimes of karma that are being cleared. This is a very, those of us that have come here to incarnate at this time are doing massive work. Let's just put it that way. So in any case, let's get an overall energy for the Divine Masculine for this week. What's his overall energy this week? Oh, and we're getting magic. So this is about believing in miracles and magic surrounding you. And if you guys have been watching my videos consistently, you have heard me say this, and maybe it's just been in the extendeds, but we have been getting such clarity to where the energies are moving, the transition of energy from the feminine to the masculine, where she was at in one reading, shows up in the masculine the next reading. He is right behind her. They are moving in lockstep. And I always do my masculine on this side and the feminine on this side. And it's amazing to see how cards that show up in the divine feminine side in one reading will all of a sudden show up over here for the masculine in the next. So this is one of these cards that came in the last video for the divine feminine, which is believing in magic, believing in miracles, magic surrounding you. So this is a beautiful energy. Like I said, it felt like there was something building to a crescendo here this week. And it'd be interesting to see what energy comes through for the divine feminine for this week. What's the overall theme for the divine feminine this week? And we're getting intuition. So listening to the whispers of your heart, using divination tools to help you decide, trusting your intuition no matter what. And again, this is consistent with the themes coming through for the divine feminine, where she has been tested here, been tested recently. All of you guys, being a general reading, take what resonates and leave the rest, of course, but there's multiple, you're all dealing with this in a different way, but she's been tested recently. There's been things that have come up, surprises, delays, plot twists, things that she has not anticipated, which is causing her to go into a place where some feminines have been questioning their intuition, questioning what they're getting from their own guidance, trusting what they know at the core of their being. And so this week is asking the divine feminine to trust your intuition no matter what. I'm just getting this image of the divine feminine where she's almost needing to be like the little kid who's got a storm around them or chaos happening around them, and they're putting their hands in their ears. And they're just going, la, 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 la. Like, I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to see anything. I need to just trust what I know. And I'm not going to let anything jeopardize or anything threaten what I know to be in my heart. So, not that that's foretelling any, so I don't obviously foretell anything, but that's not to say that there's going to be a massive challenge. It feels like this is something that is just the divine feminine's being tested to make sure that she trusts her intuition. This could come in the form of something as simple as a friend having a conversation with you, asking about what's going on with you and your divine masculine, and then them being like, I don't understand why you're still da-da-da-da, you know? And so this is, it can come in many forms. So the bottom line is for the divine feminine to trust her intuition, and for the masculines, this is a magical week, and this is about believing in magic and knowing that it surrounds you. It surrounds you, divine masculine. Okay, so let's see what the focus is for... It's so funny, I took these cards out as I was doing the monthly reading, and I'm not doing the monthly reading, I'm doing the weekly update. So I won't be using these cards. I'm going to be using for the divine masculine... Get back to basics here. I'm going to be using the Rider-Waite, and I'm going to be using the New Mythic Tarot for the Divine Feminine. This is the Oracle of the Unicorns. All right. So let's see what the focus is for the Divine Masculine this week. And I am an intuitive reader. I don't usually read reversals when I use this deck, but sometimes the Spirit has me keep them reversed. But if you understand tarot and you're getting a different message than what I'm sharing, then please, by all means, listen to what you're getting in your own intuition, because Spirit will use my videos and the cards that I pull as ways to get you messages for you. So if you're drawn to watching this and you get another message in addition to what I'm saying, listen to that. So here we have, what is his focus this week? Well, we're getting the Victory card. Emerging victoriously, celebration of coming through a battle. So this often can be as well, this can be an indication of him making an approach. This can be representative of moving a relationship forward. This laurel wreath can be symbolic of an engagement ring, not specifically literally an engagement ring, but making some sort of an official approach to his feminine. So we're getting magic and the 6 of Wands for the masculine for his focus this week. So some of them may be having come out. This could be certainly career related as well. This could be a new endeavor, something that he's been trying to get off the ground, and something coming into where there's some public recognition here. Something's coming out where other people can see it. Something the masculine may be experiencing as a win, like potentially a career win in his life. A win regardless, which is why this magic is here, because when something magical happens in one area of the life, I feel like it's going to bring extra trust in magic in all areas of the masculine's life. So that's beautiful energies to start here for the focus for the masculine. Let's look at what the focus is for the feminine this week. And we're getting the 4 of Pentacles. So this is an energy of all or nothing, black or white, no gray area. This also can be a card about being very guarded and keeping her cards close to her chest. So what I'm sensing from these two for the divine feminine this week is this is what I was saying about being guarded and using your intuition, and the example of somebody sitting down with a friend or a family member and them talking about, hey, what's going on with this guy over here? And not wanting to share it. So again, a consistent theme from recent readings where it's very important for the divine feminine to keep things close to her chest, to not share what's going on with everybody, to not share where she's going, to not share what developments are happening with her masculine. This is a very private, insular time for the union, it feels like to me, and has been very recently. So, you know, if somebody asks you about what's going on with him or her, and I say him meaning divine masculine, of course that doesn't specify gender. Could be any gender. But just for the purposes of my readings, I like to say her and him. I use those pronouns, so please just know that it can be any gender. But this is an energy about being, just being guarded. Like, you know, I don't have to tell you anything. If someone asks you, you don't have to answer. You can say, I don't really feel like talking about it right now. Or I'm more interested to hear about what's going on with you. You know, there's ways to deflect, because it just feels like there's just this protective energy over what is transpiring at this time in the dynamic and for both the masculine and the feminine. So let's see what's going on in the masculine's outer world. There's Judgment. What I was just saying here a little bit, right? Let me get, okay. And I was only going to pick 3, but those other 3 flipped, so I'm just going to take them because... So we're getting the Judgment card, the Ace of Wands, the 7 of Cups, and the 5 of Wands. So definitely feels like there could be others who are judging the situation, judging his choices, judging what he's choosing to do, what he's choosing not to do, where he's choosing to go, where he's choosing not to go, who he's choosing to be with, what he's prioritizing, what he's valuing. I mean, it's coming from all directions, it feels like. And there's definitely some really big energies happening around him for something brand new starting. Some sort of an opportunity for a start. Could be certainly with the relationship with his divine feminine, but like I said, I was also getting potentially career. There could be something exciting beginning in his career that is something that he's very passionate about. And we're getting also the 7 of Cups and the 5 of Wands. So this is an energy of, there could be several options here other people talking with him about, oh, you've got all these options. Why are you going with this one direction? It could be that he's also just he's weighing his options, and they don't all go together. There's definitely some competing goals going on here outside. Again, this is what's going on in his outer world. So this certainly could be how he's presenting in the outer world, but also could just be energies around him that are around him this week. So the major themes for this week coming through in the outer world are conflict, competition, having competing goals. I have these things I want in my life. They're not all going together quite yet, and I'm needing to figure out which of these matters the most to me. But it does feel like there's an energy of the new start, the clarity, things aligning, things being aligned for the masculine, which is why he's coming in here. What his focus is coming through an energy of change and in victory. Because I'm drawn to the fact that here's the conflict, here's the options, but then there's the evaluation, the reevaluation, and the new start. And here he is emerging victorious out of the energy of the 5 of Wands, which is right here. Okay. So it feels like this could be, recently there's been some conflict, but just he does emerge victoriously here. So I'm just going to go, what's going on in the inner world for the masculine? I'm going to pull 3 cards. What's going on in his inner world? And we're getting the 6 of Swords, the Sun, and the 5 of Swords. Yeah. So definitely, that's why he's getting the 6 of Wands, because for his focus for this week, emerging victoriously out of these 2-5 energies here, the 5 of Wands and the 5 of Swords, mental conflict, energy of change. But his inner world, he's feeling really, really, really good. He knows things are getting calmer and better, because we're getting the 5 of Swords and the 6 of Swords in his inner world. And right in the middle is the Sun. So, oh, interesting. And the Lovers just happens to be at the bottom of the deck. It feels like that's what this is about. There feels like there's some sort of coming out. That's why he's coming out victoriously, because there's been this conflict, this like not knowing which way to go. Finally, things getting smoother and easier here. Going into the 6 energy. The 6 energy is an energy of unconditional love. So, it just definitely feels like that's the big theme, and it's really, really beautiful. He is feeling the Sun here. He's not here emerging exhausted out of the battle. He may be exhausted, but he's very happy and very proud, and he's believing in magic here. So with the magic and the Sun card, feels like a good week for the masculines, regardless of what's happening on the outside. Whatever's happening has been important and necessary to happen in the journey. All right, let's see what's going on with the feminines, with her, what's going on in her outer world. What's going on in the lives of the divine feminine in her outer world. We get the Ace of Swords, the Magician, and the 10 of Wands. Well, it's definitely something's been completing here and beginning. There's definitely an energy of something new starting, something manifesting. And it feels like it could definitely be her masculine and into a new level of the partnership. It doesn't necessarily mean that union itself is happening, but there's definitely manifestation of a blessing, some new clarity that comes in this week. And it feels like it's ending of this cycle, because we're getting a 10 and we're getting an Ace, and then we're getting the Magician, which is manifestation. So there could be an energy coming in this week where some of the feminines could be feeling a sense of responsibility or feeling overwhelmed, or there's an energy of a lot of work. And I just, earlier in the reading, it really felt like there was just a lot coming at the twins this week, or soulmates, or the divine masculine, divine feminine. And again, my readings are specific to the sacred masculine, sacred feminine, not twin flame specific, though if you identify as a twin flame, certainly that applies here, but you don't have to identify as a twin flame for these energies to be affecting you. These are collective energies in masculine and feminine. So this is the energy of the little girl at the beginning of the reading who was plugging her ears, shutting her eyes, and going la 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 la, like, I don't care what's going on around me. I'm going to stay true. So that's going on in her outer world. So there's some sort of clarity and truth that's manifested. There's a new start here in victory, potentially. She's feeling okay, so here she's getting the Seven of Cups as well. In the inner world, let's see, she's got Seven of Cups. Now, some of you feminines who have been releasing relationships here recently that are not with your divine masculine, this could indicate that you are trusting your intuition. You've started on the new path. You've made the decision, and it's the end of this overwhelm. Let's see where else she is in her inner world. Well, we've got the Emperor here and the Page of Pentacles. So this is a starting of a cycle. There are some options here. Having had some options, and this is what's interesting. What was I just saying before I even pulled these cards? Is that she's got this truth and this clarity. Something's manifesting, something's ending. And I talked about the feminines who have been releasing a relationship that's not with their masculine. Well, here's her having options. Here's her choosing her masculine. And here's the new beginning in the physical plane. Doing something differently. This Page of Pentacles, some sort of communication. But it's just about doing something new and different in a different way. Showing up in her life in a different way. All right, let's see what's shifting this week. For each of them, I'm going to move these a little bit. Let's see what's shifting for the masculine this week. Well, we've kind of already got that, actually. I'm actually going to pull I'm going to pull one card for what's shifting. Four of Swords. See, I don't like to pull one card for a shifting energy because I like to see the energy flow. So I'm just going to do what I was going to do. I was just trying to keep these videos from being too long. They seem to always be longer than I'd like them to be. But, okay, so what's shifting? We start with the Four of Swords, then what comes out? The Chariot, and then what comes in? There's the Emperor. Okay, so he's coming into this week having, needing to recuperate, rejuvenate a little bit after coming out of the 2 5s, because he is emerging victoriously. And here's the Chariot. This is things aligning to start moving forward. Action, energy, forward movement. Which way am I going to go? Remember, he's been at a crossroads recently. And here he is, ready to move forward. And then what's coming in is the Emperor. This is the divine masculine. So he's showing up twice here. The Emperor is showing up twice in both the feminine's reading and the masculine side of the equation. So the Emperor is somebody who will lead and be very decisive and take action. He's going to take right action. Let's see what's shifting for the divine feminine. I should just clear them. Might be easier, but it's okay. My table's going to look a little messy today. That's just the way it's going to be. All right, let's see what's shifting for the divine feminine. There's the Page of Swords. Like I said, there's going to be some communication. 10 of Pentacles. And the King of Swords. Well, there you go. I said there was going to be some communication because of this Page of Pentacles. Some sort of communication, some sort of new endeavor. We do have in the outer world this Ace of Swords. So something's been communicated, something that is... There could be some communication, but what I'm actually feeling more than anything is that this is the energy of the masculine having observed the feminine, observing her from a distance, being curious about her, moving into 10 of Pentacles, like gaining this clarity. He's gaining this clarity, and then it's coming into this King of Swords energy. So he's progressed from the Page to the King. So this could certainly be applying to her masculine, but also could be applying to her life. She's been in a place of being curious, being observant, coming into the clarity about happiness, family, stability, having it all, and then leaving this week feeling like she's very clear, decisive, matured. All right. Well, I'm going to pull a guidance card for each of what to be on the lookout for here this week. So, oh my God, look at this. Look what this was flipped over. Release the X. The time has come to clear your energy. So, one or both of you are releasing an X, or releasing the karmic effects of an X relationship. Clearing your energy, closing out that karmic cycle. Even what I said at the beginning of the reading with the double Libra full moon, the second Libra full moon. It's a big energy here. So this is coming out and wanting to be seen. So I'm putting it back in the deck, but all right, let's see here. What's the guidance? So we're going to do what I'm going to do in the extended video is we're going to go more in depth on the energies of the same thing we've looked at here for just independently, the masculine and the feminine. We're going to look at what's going on in the dynamic between the two. We're going to look at the theme, the overall theme, the energy, what's shifting, what's challenging the union, what's supporting the union, and how each of them are relating to the union this week, as well as the guidance for how to navigate what's going on this week. So if that sounds interesting, the link for that is going to be down below. But let's wrap up here with a guidance card for each. So what's your best guidance here? I'm going to start with the masculine. Forgiving and learning, releasing and healing the past. So where in your life have you been hanging on to something, whether it's a pattern in your life, a past relationship, a current relationship? Where have you been needing to forgive? And I feel very strongly the energy of self-forgiveness, not necessarily someone else, although it certainly could, if that applies for you, that also could mean that. But I'm feeling very strongly that this is more of self-forgiveness. Release and heal the past, and how you have, just what the lessons you've learned. So for the feminines, let's see for the divine feminines. What's your best guidance for this week? Getting to know each other. Yeah, so there could be some communication, again, the new starts, something manifesting. Communication definitely is something that could be manifesting this week. And so when we're getting to know each other, revealing your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. You certainly could be starting a new phase with your masculine this week. Something new starting physically after some sort of communication. But if you do have some sort of communication, this is about being really honest and open-hearted, and not going into that closed, defensive, protective. This is about being open-hearted. And if it doesn't manifest in an actual communication or conversation this week, what this really means is that this is about being your authentic self in all aspects of your life and navigating your life with that kind of, from that place of open-heartedness, living. It's not like, oh, I'm open-hearted in certain situations and I'm completely closed in others. That doesn't mean that you should be trusting and like totally loving with everybody around you. It just means you live from an open-hearted place of trust, of love, of kindness. And it doesn't mean that you turn it on for some people or some situations, but then you close it off for others. This is just about living this way all the time. So make sure you're living from an open-hearted place this week, Divine Feminine. So I send you guys so much love. If you'd like to go on with the more in-depth, more extended video, the link is down below. If you'd like to book a healing session, the link is also down below. And in the meantime, guys, I send you so much love. Until next time, bye.